Okay, we'll talk about how to connect a NUVICO DVR to the internet in 15 minutes. Section number 1, Initial Preparations. Those are the things that I would like you to prepare before you go into the job site, such as what kind of internet service provider the customer has on the site, or how many computers there, what is the model number of the router. If you prepare this information before you go onto the job site, those information can be very helpful while you are troubleshooting the customer's network or being on the phone with technical support. Now, once the information is all prepared, now first of all, let's find what kind of network and what kind of IP address that we can use from customer's network. Now, from one of the customer's computer, go to click on Start and click on Run, and you will see this window, and type Charlie, Mary, David, and press OK. Now once you get this window will be very helpful throughout the whole network configuration, so keep it open somewhere on your screen all the time. Now once you got this screen off, Windows MS-DOS mode on your screen, type ipconfig from this window and hit enter. Once you type ipconfig and hit enter, it will give you information about the computer. The information contains IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. So on the separate note, make a note as a computer 1 and write down IP address as 192.168.1.100 and subnet mask as 255.255.255.0, and default gateway should be 192.168.1.1. Once you have this information written down on a piece of paper, from the original IP address, on the last section of the number, add 5 on the last section of the number. So from 100, you add 5, so we are making 105. And on the same piece of paper, write this number down and mark it as a DBL1. So on the piece of paper, you should have DBL1, IP address 192.168.1.105. Okay, and subnet mask and default gateway information should stay the same. Section number 2, DBL configuration. Now we have a basic information about the network, and we know what IP address we should use. Now we have to assign that IP address to the DVR. On this presentation, I have a screenshot of EV, EV Lite, and DB3 and DB4. So on those models, press menu and go on to network, press enter to go on to the network section. Make sure that you're using static IP for the DVR and type the IP address of the DVR1. In this case, which is 192.168.1.105. So subnet mask should be 255.255.255.000, and default gateway should be 192.168.001.001. Okay, if you have Apex or Apex Lite DVR, here's a sample. Once you bring up a menu, go on to the network section, press enter. Okay, make sure that DHCP, which is dynamic IP, is off so you can use a static IP, and assign the IP address that we just created, which is 192.168.001.105, and put a proper subnet mask and gateway information. Once you put all that, go down and click on save. Okay, so now you have a proper information, network information for DB3, EV, EV Lite, or Apex Lite DVR you have. Now, once the IP address for the DVR is assigned, now we have to test whether if the computer is communicating with the DVR properly. So bring that Windows prompt screen again. Now from the screen, we're gonna type ping, P-I-N-G, space 192.168.1.105, which is the IP address of the DVR. So this basic command will basically check the physical and logical connection between your computer and the DVR. So if you receive all four replies, that means your computer, the customer's computer in this case, and the DVR is communicating properly. So you can go to the next stage. However, if you receive a request time.messages like here, then you should go back to section number 1 and double check all the informations throughout the section number 1 and make sure that you have all the correct information. You may want to double check on the your network cable as well. Now, okay, so we just finished checking on a basic connection between the DVR and the computer. Now let's make sure that you can log into the DVR using Internet Explorer. Okay, open up Internet Explorer, type http://192.168.1.105, which is the IP address of the DVR, and :7000. Remember, when you specify port number by typing :7000, you must type http://, otherwise you will get an error messages. Okay, once you type this, press enter. So as you can see, I just use a local IP address to test a local communication between the DVR and the computer. So now I got the login screen of the DVR, so you can type the login information and you should be able to get the DVR screen. Okay, so your local connection is done.